Firefighter Levi with the Mineral Wells Fire Department. This is Firefighter Andrew. We're here today to talk to you about a couple fire things. We want to talk about some of the calls we respond to. We want to show you some of our gear. We want to show you our truck. And we also want to talk to you about some of the fire prevention things you can do in your own home to help protect yourself. So right now we've got our masks on. We've all been dealing with this whole COVID-19, the masks. We know that it helps. We know that it helps protect people. We have ours on. We're going to take ours off and maintain our 6 foot just so that you guys can hear us better and we don't have a problem with our voices, okay? All right, that's better. So now you can kind of hear us a little bit better. We almost sound like we were wearing our SCBA masks over there.
Yeah, and see what we look like.
So first things first today, we want to walk you through our gear because we know that when you come into a situation, we know that you're going to have some scary situations going on. We know that there's fire, we know there's smoke. If we're having to come in and rescue you, we can look kind of big and scary in our gear, but we just want to show you that it's just us underneath all that stuff.
And that we are safe and that you can always come to us if you're ever in an emergency situation.
Yes, always utilize us. So first things first, Firefighter Andrew's going to put all of our gear on. We're going to talk through it. So we've got to put our hood on first to protect our ears and our neck. It's kind of like our sunscreen, you know, when mom makes you wear that stuff, it's not fun, but it helps. Next, we put on our boots and our pants. Ours are put together like that so we can get into it fast. We have to be in this stuff in under a minute. So we put our zipper on. Got that. Next, we need our coat, right? We got to protect our arms and our chest.
Just a big coat like you normally wear at home.
Yeah. It's like wearing it in the winter. So we got to wear it all year. It gets kind of hot. Alright, getting some Velcro all done. Okay. Next, Firefighter Andrew's going to put on his mask. This can kind of make us sound like Darth Vader, especially when we hook into our bottles, right, and start breathing air. So just to show you that it's still Firefighter Andrew under there, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
See, he's kind of muffled right now, so we'll show you in just a second how we prevent that in the fire, and we've actually got speakers tied into that mask. So we've got to protect our head, right? Our domes are important. It's where all these thinking things come from. All right, next we're going to put our air bottle on. This is what we breathe when we come in, so we're not breathing in the smoke and the heat so that we can be protected to come help you. So it's got a couple buttons so that we don't lose it. It's got buckles, kind of like a seat belt. Make sure it's good and tight, and we make sure that all this stuff is on so that we can come to help you. Put our gloves on because our hands, we got to be able to feel around, and some of that stuff's hot in there, right? We don't want to touch it. All right. That air pack's turning on. You can hear it beeping, making all sorts of funny noises.
You want to talk about the gadgets?
Oh yeah. So we've got some cool little gadgets on this thing, right? So one of them is this right here. So if he goes down and he falls down, he can push this red button right here and it makes a loud screaming noise so that we know where he's at so we can help him out.
You guys want to hear it?
Let's do it.
Let's do.
So see, that tells me that he's down and we need to help him out. And that can tell us too that he might have found somebody. That turns off just like that. Now he's going to put that air in there and start breathing some of that air so that we can protect ourselves, right? And that's when that speaker comes on, when that goes in. All right, you hear that? Now he really sounds like Darth Vader. But it's still just Firefighter Andrew under there. Can you say hi?
Hi, everybody.
See, now he's got a speaker and it ties in right here. And so now I can hear him. If I'm in there with him, we can talk together, or we can call out to you because we're going to be walking through there saying, Fire Department, call out so that we know where you are. Can you say that for us, Firefighter Andrew?
Fire Department, where are you? Will you come to us? Hi, it's just me, Firefighter Andrew.
And we want you to come to the sound of our voice. If you're under the bed or in the closet, anywhere like that, come to us. Okay? Now, the real question is how do we get there? I'm going to go ahead and let Firefighter Andrew take some of this stuff off because it's heavy and it's hot. And I'll keep talking to you while he does that. So, how are we going to get to you? The first thing we got to do is know that we're supposed to come, right? So if there's a fire, what do? We don't stop, drop, and roll, do we? That's if we're on fire. If there is a fire, we got to get out of the house. So always make sure you know 2 ways out of your house, whether that be the front door and the back door, the front door and the garage, or if you have a basement, how to get out of that window. Talk to your mom and dad and develop an emergency plan. No, do I need to go outside and meet at the neighbor's mailbox? Do I need to meet at our mailbox? Do I need to meet at the neighbor's house? And then from there, that's when we want you to call 911. Because if you have to remove yourself from that situation before you call us. Otherwise, we're going to have to come in and get you, which we will do. But it's safer if you go out and call 911 first.
That feels much better. Hi, guys.
See, just firefighter Andrew. So, after you get outside and call us, you're going to call 911. It's just those 3 numbers. Don't be like the little rascals and look around and be like, what's the number to 911? It doesn't work. You got to dial it. It's just 3 numbers. So, the other part of having that emergency plan is we want you to make sure you're checking your smoke detectors every 6 months and replacing the batteries. And that keeps us going because sometimes fires happen while we're sleeping. And you're not going to hear them, but that smoke detector is going to go off and you'll hear it because they're loud.
Very loud.
Students, here's a fire safety reminder of what to do in case of a fire. First, know your way out. Then proceed to get out as quickly and safely as possible. Each member of your family should know ways to get out of every single room. In case of a fire, stay low. Smoke rises, so be sure to stay low on the ground. Next, leave immediately. Do not try to take time and save your belongings. Just get out. If a fire or smoke is blocking your escape route, yell or help or call for 911 and stay on the line until you are rescued. Never hide in a closet or under a desk. If your clothing catches fire, immediately stop, drop to the ground, and roll with your hands over your face. This will cut off the air and put out the flames. Once you are out of the building, meet at the designated assembly point, which is a safe distance from the building. Do not re-enter the building for any reason.
All right, hey everybody, now we've moved outside. So we're going to talk about our truck. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that we use on all the different calls that we respond to. We respond to fire calls, gas leak calls, car accidents, medical calls, just about anything. And we have some sort of tool or some sort of system to be able to take care of that because we also run the ambulances as well. And so with running the ambulances, we got to have a lot of cool medical gear, right? So we carry this bag in every truck, and we also, like I said, we have the ambulances that have a whole lot more gear. But in here, we've got some stuff to help stabilize your neck if you fall or if you're in a car crash.
Any kind of boo-boos, cuts?
Some boo-boos, some cuts, any kind of rashes, stuff like that, we can wrap up. We carry oxygen just in case you can't breathe. We've got some cool little stuff that'll help you breathe. And then in the other part, it's just kind of our blood pressure cuff and a way to be able to tell how well you are breathing. And of course, you know, we've got our doctor stethoscopes on there, looking like Doc McStuffins walking around, rolling out. So that's our medical side. Now we're gonna move over to our fire call stuff, right? That's where all the fun happens.
The fun stuff.
Because this is the best job in the world. And I'll take that to the bank. Because where else do you get paid to break stuff? And where else do you get paid to help people out constantly? So, first things we're going to go over is this first compartment. We carry some hose with us. This connects from here to the bigger hose on the back, and that lets us get water to this truck, right? So that we can put the water on the fire, because it's not just going to go out with us blowing on it like birthday candles, right? So then, we've got a light here. This light, it runs all on its own, and we can take it inside the house or on a car accident scene, have it someplace in the ditch where we can need more light. Firefighter Andrew is going to show us up here where we've got some more hose. That's up there so that we can get that off of there super quick and get into the house so that we can help you out, right? Help save your house. I talked about the best job in the world because we get to break stuff, right? So here, we get awesome tools like the Halligan and the axe. And we use these to get into a house. So if the door's locked and we can't get in, we can take this end right here and jam it into the door and have somebody hit on it and really force it in there and then pry that door open so that we can get in there, just in case that fire's keeping you from getting outside of your house. We carry all sorts of ropes. We carry these little bags so that we can put them on ourselves so that me and Andrew can tie together and and we don't lose track of each other because it's hard to see in that smoke, right? Here we've got big fan, it's got a saw in here, the chainsaw, if we're important enough you can cut the roof, you get to just make a big hole. We don't play with chainsaws at home though, right? We let mom and dad do that. So on our fans, that helps us pull all of that smoke out of the house after the fire's put out. And that way we can get you back in there soon. When we come around back here to the back of the truck, here's some more of that really big hose that I was talking about. We drag that out because not everybody has a fire hydrant in their front yard, or at least I don't. And then we talk about some of our car accident stuff. These help us stabilize the car. We don't want it to move anymore after we are getting there and trying to get you out of it, right? So if that was set down on the ground, we could use that and pretend this is our car. You can set that right there and that car is not gonna go anywhere because it's against that ground and braced. So we use these when we're dealing with car accidents. Sometimes if it's a house that's collapsed after due to a fire, we can use that to hold it up. We've got more hose up here. We always carry ladders, and then we've also got some baskets. You know, a lot of people go out to the state park and go climbing or hiking. Sometimes it's really difficult to get a stretcher wheel all the way back in there, and we can put them in that and help get them out of there that way. And as we move around to this side of the truck, back here we've got a really big flashlight. The cool thing about this one is I can set it down, open it up, and it can stand up this tall and it'll shine light whichever way I need it to go. We can use these big airbags right here. Let's fill those up with air with these hoses, and that lets us just blow stuff up to be able to stabilize it even more, kind of like our car stuff back there. And in here we carry all sorts of tools. We've got wrenches, screwdrivers, all sorts of stuff to be able to maybe take a door off a hinge or fix something if it's broken. All right, everybody, now we're gonna get to the final compartment here, and it's got some of my favorite tools, and I'm sure they're Andrew's as well.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna take one and he's gonna take the other. Mine is the cutters. They're kind of like a big old pair of scissors. So we can take them out, and then we can bring them back in, and it helps us cut cars. That metal's tough, right? So we can cut it with these. And then you've got Andrews over there.
Yeah.
He's gonna talk about his.
Let's say if there's a door that you can't get open. All you have to do is put this right in the corner and open it up just like a pair of scissors. Opens nice and wide. That way we can get that door open and get you out safely.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that's all we've got for you. We've shown you our gear. We've talked about kind of some of the calls we run and some of the stuff we do. If you have any questions or you'd just like to come down to the fire station and get a tour, feel free.
Absolutely.
We welcome you at any time. We hope that you like this video, and we hope to see you again.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys.